Alright, we just had Thanksgiving break about a week ago, and we have Christmas break coming up, so I'm going to do a quick video about traveling. It is, right now, we just had a storm last night. I already said that if you saw my, one of my power, light, and heat videos I just did on the solar panels and inverters and batteries and such. Yeah, we did just have a big storm, and got a couple inches. For us around here in southwestern Wisconsin, a couple of inches is huge. For whatever reason, we never get the amounts that they get across the river, and we all love snow here, so that makes us mad. But let's get back on track here. So it is still slippery out there, though. Sometimes the lesser amounts of snow can be even more slippery because the city will a lot of times wait longer to plow it out if it's a smaller amount. And so when you look at that, it actually adds up to more accidents and more people acting stupid, thinking, you know, it's just an inch, I can go as fast as I want. So it's always good to have some stuff in your car. Obviously food and water. We always keep bottled water in our car, partially because of in case we crash or something, and also because all our family lives a couple of hours out of town, and on a long trip it's good to have some water in there. So that serves a dual purpose. Anyway, also, we're out of town for a couple days. You can't bring your entire survival store with you, so what do you do if you're out of town and something goes wrong? I have a duffel bag that I brought obviously my regular clothes just for wearing around on our vacation, but I also stuffed in there a bunch of more survival type clothes, like a pair of wool socks. Very warm. I use those when I snowblow outside. Very good. Probably would be an excellent thing to have in case of some kind of emergency. Maybe the heat goes out at my grandparents' house or something, because that's where we were all weekends. All break, I should say, and that's where we will be during Christmas break. So anyway, couple things. First of all, and I'll get to what's in these, but EMP. I've already done a series on EMP, so I'm not going to dive too far into the specifics of it. You can go watch part 1 if you want to, if you don't know what it is, but probably most of you know what it is. It's a pretty common subject in this. But anyway, so I kept these in my duffel bag. I cannot talk today. In my duffel bag, and I did change somewhat what's in. Sorry, that's going to be a little loud there. Hold on, this one is hard to open. This is going to get a little shaky here. Hang on. Sorry about that, but that one really sticks. It's hard to open. Anyway, so I'm not going to get too far into the subject of EMP and stuff, because most of you probably already know what it is and what it does. So I will just go right to it. Right here, as you remember, I still have the DVD player with the broken sound in it. I can use headphones and still listen to it, but I got a new one with working sound, so I put my old one that, I mean, it plays fine. It's a little picky on rough surfaces and stuff, so that makes it pretty useless in a car, but in terms of just post-apocalyptic survival or whatever, I don't know, it'd probably be it's good just to have a little bit of normalcy, I believe is the word. So I'd say that I'd keep that in there. I had some spare space. Portable TV, communications, very important. I had some more extra room in here, so 400 watt continuous, 800 watt peak power inverter. Oh man, that heater feels nice and warm now. 400 continuous, 800, I already said that, 400, 800 peak, sorry, power inverter with the plug in there. Plug is also disconnected from it, and I'm going to run out of batteries soon. Try to get going. I think I still have a good 20 minutes left here. Alright, so that's that one. That's what I keep in there. And then in here, This is just a CFL bulb. Very efficient. I can run it off of the inverter. The way I see it, one bulb is better than zero. With our car battery, we could run this, if we're careful, we could probably get a good week out of this, you know, with an hour each night maybe. Maybe read a book during that hour or something, I don't know. If you have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. I'll get to that later. I know these don't need EMP protection, but it's kind of a small little package here, so I figured it'd be a good place to store it would be in here. Then y'all remember my shortwave AM FM radio with built-in emergency light, so I won't talk about that. Let me stick that back in there. I keep it in the bag to help protect it. Gives a little bit of, what do you call it, cushioning? So let's stick that back in. I'll close these when I'm done. Just move them out the heat to the fan, or I'm going to burn up everything in there. Alright, silver. I got an ounce of pre-64 silver, I believe it is, for 20-some bucks on eBay. And then I've been adding nickels to the collection as well. So the silver alone is, I mean, gosh, I love that sound. That's how money should sound like, not the alloys that we have nowadays. But nickels still are actually worth some money. They're actually somewhat, at least, worth what they are. Unlike the modern currency, where it's, you know, the paper's not worth anything more than the paper it's printed on. It's the only reason it has worth is because the government tells us it has worth, and not a very good way to go about things, I don't think. So anyway, I have not in Faraday cages, but probably should be. This guy. This is I showed you this in I talked about this in my EMP videos, but plugs into your car cigarette lighter, can transform the voltage to different voltages, 3, 6, 9, 12. Pretty simple. And then an adapter, plug in things like that TV. You remember this guy, little reading light? This thing is just, I mean, I already did some stuff with this guy, but very bright. I can actually, if I look at that, holding it about halfway across the room here, this thing is stinking bright. This could light up a whole room. That's a super bright LED there. And the batteries will last a while, and the bulbs will last forever. I just had this lying around, and I had spare room, so I threw it in there. Just a little mini recorder. Gets you about 30 seconds of recording. Could maybe make notes about something or whatever. Alright, never go anywhere without one of these. This is a 6.5 watt Sunlink 12 volt DC folding solar panel. Charge up a car battery. It'll take a while, but it will charge it. So that will allow you to charge up your battery and use this thing every now and then. Obviously you wouldn't be able to use it 100% of the time. Now I have the 400 watt in here because the higher power I'd rather protect. But I did just stick this one out in the side pocket of my duffel bag, unplug the cord. I doubt that would protect it from an EMP, but it's worth a try. I got this thing really cheap, so I'm not too worried about it. Xantrex X Power 100 watt for 5 minutes, 80 watt continuous. But with this, between the solar panel, your car battery, and that, you could probably run for a while. Keep the bulb going. Then I have just these cables for the solar panel. A couple of rolls of duct tape. Really, whether you are a prepper or not, you should always keep duct tape in the car with you. This stuff is amazing. You could probably patch tires with it. I don't know. I've never tried that, but you can definitely fix hoses and even minor body work with that if you must. Broken windshield, whatever. My lights. I already talked about this on my power light and heat video. No big deal, just a couple flashlights. My knife. Or my multi-tool here. It's kind of hard to take out with one hand. Alright. We had we give these away as prizes at work, and we had a bunch of extra ones, so I was allowed to have one of these. They're just trying to get rid of them now, but it's nice. It's just a basic multi-tool. It has all kinds of stuff: screwdriver, knives, little ruler I think is even in there. It's a pretty high quality tool. It's made for people in the construction industry. It's very high quality. And then let's see, am I missing anything? I don't think so. I think I actually covered everything. Yeah, I had some spare clothes in my duffel bag. Yeah, that's it. All right. As long as I covered everything. Oh yeah. I of course brought my portable CB radio along too, in case we need communications and the cell phone died. So that is it. Just some stuff to think about. Obviously, you want, food and water in the car. Well, this is just some extra stuff that you could throw in the back. Doesn't take up a lot of room. I was able to fit all of the clothes for the weekends and this stuff and my extra clothes in one duffel bag, except for the flashlights. I kept those in my laptop bag. So it really doesn't take up a lot of room. It's not very heavy. It's not expensive to do it all. If you've got maybe a DVD player or radio or something, maybe part of it doesn't work, don't throw it out. If some of it works, you can start putting those in stores and replace it with a new one for everyday use. But if something still partially works, don't by any means get rid of it. Put that into your stores. It's a good way of recycling, and it might be worth something someday too as a vintage electronic, who knows. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.